All right. Good afternoon, everyone. All right, parents, students, welcome to our information day of PolyU. And this is session for our BBA scheme in global business and the logistics, aviation, maritime, and supply chain management. Okay. So, do you know what is BBA? The first B is for bachelor. The BA is for business administration. So this is a program offered by PolyU Business School in the Department of Logistics and Maritime Studies. Okay. So in our program, our student will be here for 4 years, and they will be able to choose 4 majors. So this in the first year, they are going to take a common year curriculum as a BBA student, and then they will choose one of the 4 majors, including BBA in Aviation Management and Finance, BBA in International Shipping and Transport Logistics, BBA in Supply Chain Management Analytics, and the last one is the dual degree, BBA in Global Business and Logistics. It's a dual degree program, collaborate with Copenhagen Business School, which is one of the top school in the world. Okay. So today we also very delighted to have our program leader and deputy leaders, Dr. Judy Tong, Professor Chaiming Zhang, and Professor Tia Yip and Professor Anthony Pan. Okay, so they will give their own presentation on different majors later. Okay, so my name is Joe Xu. I'm the program leader of the scheme program. And so before they present their excellent presentation on their majors, let me first explain to you how our student will choose their major. Okay, so as I say that in the first year, they will take a common curriculum as the business school student. And during the first year, they will make their own ranking of different options. So we have 4 options. They will rank their options based on their preferences. Okay. And then in the end of the first year, they will, based on their preference and their academic performance, their grade. So our department will assign the student to their majors. Okay. So although there's a capacity of 40% of each major, based on our previous experiences, most of our students, about 80% of students will take their first choice. Okay. And so this page is very important to you. So if you are interested in our program, I believe so. So you can take a picture of this information. So our JUPAS code is JSS 3070. Our program code is 44493 GAM. So this is a full-time 4-year bachelor program. So our total intake, including JUPAS and non-JUPAS, for our local students is 43. Okay, and the number of credit in total they are going to for the graduation is 120. Okay, and they also need to take 3 credit of work integrated education, for which they have to take at least 100 hours of their internship. Okay, so for admission criteria, this is also very important. So we'll follow university's minimal entrance requirements. So for our DSE students, they need to have a 3 for Chinese language, at least a 3 for English language, 2 for mathematics, and a 10 for citizenship and social development, and 3 for 2 elective subjects. Okay. And when we do admission, we also calculate admission score for our student applicants. For each applicant, you need to take the best 5 subjects of your DSE score, okay? And according to our previous experiences recently, the average admission score of our DSE students is from 26 to 21 and about 22.5 this year, okay? So as you see, the score actually grows a little bit in the past 3 years, okay? And for our candidates, for Band A candidates, they will be invited for an interview in July and August, and after the reprioritization of their JUPAS choice, right? So for the study options, as I say, that student can choose their major, but in addition to that, they can choose other majors or minors. For example, they can choose the dual degree program, which means that they will spend 2 years in Hong Kong and get a bachelor degree from PolyU and 2 years in Copenhagen Business School in Denmark and got a bachelor degree in the hosting university in Copenhagen. Okay, and they can also choose only one major, which within our department. And in addition to that, they can also choose major or a minor offered by other departments in PolyU. Okay, so our university will encourage our students to take a secondary major, particularly in the AI, artificial intelligence, and the data analytics, which means that after graduate, after they taking more subjects related to AI and data analytics, they will get 2 majors when they graduate from PolyU. 1 major in our department, 1 major in the AI and the data analytics. Okay. And so as I say, that for CBS, they will spend 2 years in Hong Kong, 2 years in Copenhagen. For other majors, they will spend 4 years in Hong Kong. Okay. And our BBA students will also get very rigorous training within the faculty. So they will take these compulsory subjects related to general business. Okay. And in addition to that, they will also take subjects related to their majors. So our program leaders and deputy leaders will talk about that in a moment. Okay, so now let's move on. Let's welcome our program leader of Aviation Management and Finance, Professor Zhang, to give a presentation on his program. Okay.
Thank you, Professor Xu. Thank you. Yeah, so my name is Changming Jiang. I'm the program leader of our BBA program in Aviation Management and Finance. I actually used Cantonese in the previous section, but I think this section is our audience is a bit diverse, so I'm gonna use English. Anyway, so yes, maybe I'll do it myself. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I have a few slides, but I think I don't really need to go into details because I guess everybody is very familiar with civil aviation and flights, right? So we take flights regularly, and it is also one of Hong Kong is one of the global hubs in aviation, and also we know that the Hong Kong government has invested a lot and also have a lot of policies to support the industry, and the industry as a whole is a big employer a big employer for our society, and for those, especially I will highly recommend our program to those who are interested in the aviation industry in general, because we are, I think, the only one that is offering a full 4-year program in aviation management and finance in Hong Kong. And yeah, so we also have, our colleagues have very good collaboration with the government and also with a lot of the industry groups. So we regularly participated in many consultation and other industry projects. So you can see Professor Ib and myself were in this picture, so I'm not going into details. So these are the some of the specialist subjects that we will teach, in our program. So you can see that it covers, very broad range of subjects related to, our the industry. And what's also very interesting, as you can see from this list of elective courses. So another reason why I feel that it's actually a very good choice to come to our program if you're really interested in the aviation industry is not only because of us, but also you can see that in PolyU, we have other schools and faculties and departments that are also specializing in aviation. So as you can see, it's not here, but we have in engineering school, we have a department called the Aeronautical and Aviation Engineering. And here you can see that we also have another department and the engineering school, which is called the Industrial and System Engineering, right? So they are focusing, they both have programs related to aviation, but of course they focus more on the hardware side, right? So if you are interested in some technical, a bit more technical subjects in related to aviation, you can take their elective. Of course, for us, we focus more on management economics, like policy, and also finance side of the subject, right? So it will be a very good mix of studies. So if you're interested in more management courses, like, you can take elective from our own faculty. But if you're interested in learning a bit more about the hardware side, engineering side, then there are also a lot of options that you can take, right? And of course, we also have the SHTM, our School of Hotel and Tourism Management, which is highly relevant, related to our major as well, right? So they also have some pretty good electives that you can choose from. So this is only, yeah. So just like the other majors, I think later Professor Pang is going to tell you more. So our graduates would get some qualification that are recognized in the industry, automatically. And this is just the industries where our graduates would, go for after their good graduation. So very intuitively, you can see that most of our graduates go to transportation sectors, right? But one thing that I would like to, although I guess everybody knows aviation pretty well, but one thing that I want to stress is that when you think about employment opportunity in aviation industry, I think most people will think about airport, right? Airlines like Cathay Pacific. However, what I want to remind you is that the aviation industry is actually a very long value chain. So other than airports, airlines, you also have aircraft manufacturers, aircraft lessors, the finance side. So and also even online travel agency, all these sectors are related to our aviation value chain, right? So as you can see from this picture, other than going into the transportation industry, like our graduates also have quite diverse job opportunity. Although we are very specialized, but you can see that they actually have many areas that can go for to build up their career, right? So yeah, and this is some statistics or about our recent graduates. You can see that there is not benchmark here, but later you will see the starting salary of our graduates is actually a bit higher than our faculty average. You know that business school, which is our faculty, generally speaking, has a higher, a little bit higher starting salary, but our program actually has even higher starting, although just slightly higher, but we do have a bit higher starting salary compared with the other, on the average of our faculty. And I read the stats, and we do have graduates who get very good job offer. Right after the graduate, it's like the starting salary is a lot higher than this, right? Of course, that's outlier, but you can see that the job prospect is actually pretty good, and you can see some of the our the employers of our past graduates. Yes, and I think yeah, this is it for me right now. Let me pass it to Dr. Tong.
Thank you. Thank you, Xiaoming. So welcome for our program talks. And before we start, I would like to ask our alumni, we have some alumni coming back and supporting our Info Day. Please stand up and say hi to the audience. Okay? 起身。有其他同學仔，So, okay, our department is very warm and we always have our alumni coming back, okay? So let me help, okay, share more about our STL program quickly, okay? So in the past few years, you have heard about a lot of people saying the shipping company has a huge bonus. Anyone heard about this? Okay, because from time to time, you can see, okay, some companies, they earn the big money, okay, including the shipping sectors, okay? So, okay, we saw some case like 2022, okay, that was happen in Evergreen. And at the same time, it happens once again in the next of the 2022s, okay? So we hope you understand the shipping industry is not very old industry. At the same time, a lot of shipping companies, they earn big money and issue big bonus, okay? And we are not tempting our students potentially come to join, but the industry is from time to time they earn big money. The money aspect is pretty good. At the same time, it involves different technologies. Other than the operations, like for Maersk Line, they have invested in different ships in terms of the new fuel. So our student, after you join our programs, actually if you're a student, after you join the foundation years, you can choose for 4 majors. And the international shipping transport logistics is one of the best choice because, you can also goes to the industry with a lot of new things happening, including the new field for the ships and also the business. Because other than the operation, you can also learn how to do charterings. So chartering is a big business in the shipping industry, same as the aviation. So I think most of the audience, parents, potential students knows, over 80%, of the cargoes were transported by ships. It means, it's not limited to the port of Hong Kong. Our students actually, they do their work, related to shipping in all forms, including shipping of different kinds of cargoes worldwide. Sometimes the cargo, they don't have to go through Hong Kong. So what are the cargoes, I guess most of you familiar with some commodities, but actually there are a lot of raw material shippings. Before the sports shoes, produced and finished and available in the shop floor or in the website for you to purchase electronically, actually their production process, involve shipping, especially the raw material, So our student knows all those things, and after they graduate from our program, actually they have a very big scope of work of choice. They can work, in the industries, Industries include, the operations, containers, shipping lines, dry bulk shippings. At the same time, you can do, business, like the chartering, and you can also join some company. Just now, Tiffany, can you stand up again? So she works in P&G. She was our first class honor student, ISTL. Graduates 2 years before. So it doesn't have to be seafarers, but if you want to go for seafarers, it's also a good path too. You can also join marine insurance, marine law, and actually a lot of banks actually hire our graduates because they need to let people borrow money from them. So from time to time, they need to hire our graduate because our graduate understand more about ships, more about structures, all these things, and the government, marine departments, and also some others, shipping companies, and consultant firms. So our ISTL program, we have a list of specialized subjects. I'm not going to repeat, but our student, if you choose our major and successfully enter our majors, you will learn about Lila shippings, and also you, as I mentioned, you can have the shipbroking and chartering and management, how to borrow the ships from a ship owner, and how is the payment arrangement, all these sort of things, and also how is the shipping logistic. And also at the same time, you will know, some others, intermodals, like ship to air, air to ships, like this, And you may also have, the 3 main streams for your career development. As I mentioned, some of our graduates, they may want to go for seafarer, So after graduate, they go for the ships, become a cadet, 3rd officer, 2nd officer, chief officer, and then become a captain, But this is becoming quite popular for some students, consider for sailing for a few years and then go to work in some shipping lines or some shipping company. They start as middle level already. But if you don't think this is your path, you can also learn, some other subjects and work like Tiffany in some other supply chain company, logistic company. And we also have high-end maritime service, like the maritime law, like some port planning for the government work, And we don't want to limit our students' work, in Hong Kong. You can work in some other place or work in company, handle deals, with some other ports, So these are the companies, student work. You can see the starting salary is a bit lower, but let me tell you the truth. Because a lot of students, if they graduate and start to work as seafarers, their cadetships, the money is a bit lower, but they will catch up very fast, So in general, the so-called the starting salary is still very promising, And at the same time, these are the common companies that you might know, And some of the companies you know about the experts and OCL, and also some shipping lines. And there are some other companies, local, we don't list them out, And we have different kind of career talks if you join our majors, okay, including, okay, talks, okay, with the government bodies and also the companies, okay, and also we'll go to terminals. And from time to time, the company requests us refer students for them because, okay, they hope that they could hire some student really knows about, okay, the ships, okay, instead of learning from scratch, okay. So PolyU, I think, is the one of the most, okay, famous school for shipping related programs, and we should be your best choice, okay. And we also have activities, student activities, and including, okay, a lot of, okay, company visit, okay, and also from time to time we also have visitors from other universities and others, okay, sectors. So, okay, I think, okay, these are somehow what we want to share with you. And because our major is talking about ships, okay, we also have lecture in the sea. We bring our students, take a look to the harbor. We are not going to Saigon BBQ, no pizza on the ships. We take a look to the harbor setting. We take a look to the ships when they arrive, depart. When you see the real ships, you have a much different feeling, okay? It's not just the ships. It's a lot of huge business opportunities and career development, okay? So every year, okay, we have all these activities and we have government connection. So these are all, okay, we want to share with you because your time is very limited and we have major and we have some other information. So if you want to ask us more information, you can stay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judy. Okay, so it's my turn to talk about two majors. The first one is the BBA in Supply Chain Management and Supply Chain Management and Analytics. I'm the program leader for this program. So I'm not sure whether you know what is the meaning of supply chain or supply chain management. Basically, it's a very simple concept. Because for anything that we have, for example, you use your mobile phone, let's say now we're talking about iPhone 17. So we need to have a supply chain in order to make it happen, available in Hong Kong for you to buy. If we don't have a very efficient supply chain, that means maybe it's not available in these regions, or maybe even it's not available according to their promise in terms of their launch day. So that's why we need to know how to handle the supply chain. And then I will go through a little bit what we mean by a supply chain management. So I did not use the iPhone 17. I use a very simple product like the computer. If you want to make a computer, then you need to have different raw materials. Okay, so at different factories, they use different raw materials to build up the computer step by step. Because you have the plastics, you have the electronics, you have the display, everything put it together. And then they come from different suppliers, and then different factories responsible for different components. So we need to manage, for example, as the company like HP or Lenovo, how they manage all these activities such that at the end they can combine all these different components together so that the final product is ready. If anything happens in between, then the computers cannot be complete. For example, you don't have one very small chips to put to the computer, then it's not working, so that you cannot sell it. So this is more on the supply side. So that means before we finish the final products, we need to handle all this. And at the same time, we need to focus more on the customer side. So how we sell to the customers. So nowadays we are talking about global economy, online shoppings. So we may not sell to the one particular countries. We sell to all different countries in the world. So how we handle all these distributions. If again, distributions have some problems, then you have trouble. So it's not like these are very simple straight line operations. It's like a map. It's like a networks. So we put all this together so that anything happen in between, if it's not according to what we planned, we have problems. So what are the possible problems? So here are some news. These are all news clips talking about different big companies, how they face the supply chain disruptions and what are the consequences, how much they lost. According to the news, you can see Nintendo, Toyota, or KFC, H&M, all these are big companies. Even though they have a very strong supply chain team, they still face this kind of problems. So for our students, so when they graduate, they will contribute themselves And one of these activities, so from the purchasing of raw materials to the manufacturing of the products, to the distributions, to the warehousing, retailing, and the final customers. So students can choose where they want to do. So for example, I know we have alumni who is coming from Lululemon, and you are from P&G, right? P&G, a very top brand name. Now you're working in Hong Kong or in mainland? Hong Kong. Because I heard, last week I heard from another P&G senior management, they said no more Hong Kong office. Okay, yeah, thank you. So I said, I remember I have a student working in P&G in Hong Kong now. He said maybe in China or somewhere, but that's the situation. So P&G is a very popular brand name for most of your family personal care products, or many more products. Lululemon, you know, for making sportswears. Okay, so they are working in these companies, and then they are maybe doing some supply chain related activities. Or I know Chen Xin Stephen is doing something related to IT now, right? So we need to have this kind of talents in the supply chain operations, so that we can make sure we have a very smooth operations. Okay, so that's what I want you to know basically about the meaning of supply chain. So when we handle this supply chain, we are not only handling the informations, we also need to handling the physical products. We also need to handle the finance, the money, right? So all this. And also we need to think about how we allocate or deploy our human resources in order to take care of all these activities. So that's the focus of our program or our major. Okay, so I believe, as you know, this is the trend of using technologies, not only the Gen AI. Gen AI is one aspect only. So we have many other different aspects that can help to facilitate the efficient operations of the supply chain. For example, maybe many of you know Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin, the concept or the technologies behind Bitcoin is the blockchain. Blockchain is the enabler for the Bitcoins to operate, not only in the cryptocurrencies industries. In fact, blockchain can be applied, can be used in supply chain management. So I can give you a very simple example. If you are buying very expensive diamonds, for example, or luxury products, so from the beginning of the raw material, they can already use the blockchain technologies to keep tracks of the items, to make sure it's always authentic. It's not fake products in between someone who make fake products to replicate this kind of luxury products. So we have a very clear check and trace visibilities by using blockchain technologies. So this is the latest technologies that we use in the supply chain management. So not only e-commerce, data analytics, all this we will teach our students. So here are some of the compulsory subjects for these majors. I'm not going to read this. Basically, it's talking about different aspects of the supply chain, how they do it. Okay, besides of the compulsory subjects, we also have electives. So students can choose according to the interest. Then they can choose whatever they like. So at different aspects. Okay, so for our program similar to the other programs, we have professional recognitions by different professional bodies. And then in terms of career prospects, very similar to aviation. So major sectors is the transportation, logistics related area, but a little bit wider, I can say, because supply chain is not only logistics. As I said, we have the procurement, we have the manufacturing. So that's why you can see the manufacturing sectors. We also have the real retail trading, so government, finance, or other industries. So all our students can join, actually, I can say any business, because you can imagine any business still need a supply chain. Just like in PolyU universities, we also need to manage our own supply chain. Okay, so here are some sample employers. So you may know some of this. And I believe at least you know airport authorities, even though we are not aviation majors, but still our students can actually join aviation industries or the hospital authorities, because in the hospitals, we also need to handle supply chain. Very simple, hospital, medical supplies, how we manage, medicines, how we manage. So all this requires supply chain management concepts. Okay, my second programs that I want to introduce to you, I can say this is the flagship program to be, even though it's very new, but I believe it is very attractive. Also, I'm the program leader for this dual degree program. Dual degree means in 4 years' time, you will get 2 degrees, okay? And for this dual degree, actually, we cooperate with Copenhagen Business School in Denmark. So this is very top universities in the world. I will show you how top they are. Okay, so you can see here is a basic information about CBS. And you can see if you are aware of the university's ranking, there are many different authorities. They will have their own ranking system. Okay, so the two most recognized ranking authorities is the QS ranking. The other one is the Times Higher Education ranking. So you can see for this CBS, in terms of business and management studies or business and economics, for QS is top 15 in the world. Okay, and I have to explain to you, we normally rank the universities by discipline instead of overall, because universities may have different majors. So if you rank overall, it may not have any meaning. For example, if you rank law, but this university does not have a law school, then the ranking will not be good. But doesn't mean that this university is not good. So that's why it's more appropriate to rank according to the specific disciplines. So QS ranking is top 15. You can see how good it is, because PolyU, even though we are climbing up a little bit year by year, but still we are only 46. Okay, I can tell you in Hong Kong, no other university is higher than CBS so far. Mainland universities, we have 1 or 2, I remember. Okay. Okay, I also make a very simple comparisons of different universities in Hong Kong, and then their flagship program in business school is their global business program, if you know, right? Global business program in all the universities in Hong Kong is the highest ranking programs. So comparing with, for example, Chinese U, CityU, Hong Kong UST, Hong Kong U, they all have a global business program. But the major difference between their global business program and our program, 2 aspects, which are very different. And we can say we are ahead of them. First, they use exchange opportunities to allow the students to join the overseas learning. Exchange means 1 semester, maybe 2 semesters for some universities. But for us, we are talking about 2 years full-time registered students. So this is the first. Second, they are single degree program. That means after you finish this global business program, you get degree from Hong Kong U, from CUHK, from CityU, only 1 degree. But for us, we have 2 degrees. 1 from PolyU, 1 from CBS. CBS, as I said, is much higher than all these universities. So you get a full degree from CBS. So this is another attractive point. Okay, so, and for those who are local students, another advantage to you. So if you join this dual degree, you don't need to pay the tuition fee at CBS. They charge around 100,000 per year. And then you only need to pay Hong Kong universities tuition fee, around 45,000 now. So that means the difference paid by the department. Okay, so that's another attractive point. So I want you to know. And here you can see in year 1 and year 2, you will study at PolyU. And then in year 3, year 4, you will go to CBS for 2 years. After 4 years, you will get the bachelor degree in global business and logistics from PolyU. And at the same time, you will get the Bachelor of Science in International Business from CBS. And I can also tell you, Bachelor of Science in International Business program at CBS is their flagship program, highest ranking program. So that means you will join the top universities, get the highest degree by taking this dual degree. So this is why I said it's the very attractive study options for any one of you. Okay, another even more attractive information that I want to share with you doesn't relate to the global business and logistics dual degree. This is another separate individual scholarships opportunities for any one of you. Even though if you want to join the aviation management and finance, international shipping and transport logistics, doesn't matter. You are eligible to take this, to get these scholarships, okay? This is a 300,000 scholarships for every student, 300,000. And we can give out maximum 25 per year. It's talking about 7.5 million every year. Okay, so how to get this? Very simple. First, you get into our program, right? If you are not our student, we will not give you money, right? At least by going through the JUPAS applications, you join our program. So this is the first criteria. Second, going through the JUPAS, and then you have the best 5 score so far at this moment. You have 25 or above. You already get it. Not difficult. If you know how to calculate a DSC score, right? Best 5, 25 points is not that high, I can say. And another thing that I want to let you know, if you get best 5 more than 25, you have the higher priorities to join the dual degree program, provided that your year 1 performance is not bad. Right? If your year 1 performance is bad, we cannot send you out to CBS because we are responsible to CBS. As I said, they are the top universities, top program. We cannot send bad students to them. So this is why if you are 25 or above, means that you have a very high opportunities to join this dual degree. And I said, provided that you are not too bad in year 1, how good you need? Not actually very high. You just need to have a GPA equals to 3. That means FHB, you can go already. So you see how attractive for these two, the dual degree and the scholarships. Okay, same for these scholarships. We will not give you the money to your bank account. We will help you to pay for all the tuition fees. And if you still have surplus, how you're going to use it. You can join the dual degree, we pay the tuition fee for you, or if you want to stay, you can join the, for example, student exchange. We can pay for you, okay? Pay for your air tickets, pay for your accommodations until you use up all these 300,000. If one exchange cannot finish the money, another opportunities, you join summer program at Cambridge, Oxford, we pay for you until you can finish all these 300,000. So you see, this is how we want to attract outstanding students, which is not really difficult to achieve, I can say, according to this year requirement. If we are talking about next year or next year after, we may increase the requirement. But so far, until now, we still need only 25. Okay? So I think I have finished what I need to say.